What's up, guys? Welcome to Yeah podcast. My name is Smash Pop.
And I'm Zach.
I'm Jeremy, and this is the podcast where we either make noise or make sense. You decide.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Dak?
You just came back from Genting again, right? Nothing's up. You just celebrated Chinese New Year, right?
my God, yes.
The most recent thing now, let's talk about Jeremy's trip to Genting. Why? What happened?
So today, I went to Genting yesterday. I came back today for a dinner. So for those of you who don't know, I'm part of an online radio station called AFO Radio. I do a once a week show there. And we did our Chinese New Year dinner last night.
On
On the second week of my
for
first
next
week.
year, is it?
No, it's interesting because what happened was we
What's
planned to
the-
do this in February during the Chinese New Year period.
Normally lah, yeah.
But we held it off because one of our team members had to get married around the time that we wanted to do the thing. So on some level, we all postponed it because of Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
Correct. But it was very nice.
要講廣東話㗎咯喎，咁 Ryan 就
係啦，廣東話你一個人得啦，夠咗啦。Yeah, so it was a good event. We had partners, clients come on by, party, drink, and eat a lot of food. And yeah, man, it was my first time staying in Ayu Awana in Genting.
got ghost man.
Wow.
Yep.
So interestingly enough,
Next episode.
enough.
Oh God ah.
No lah, I don't have. I hope
How's
not.
it interesting? Enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I don't know. So basically, I was drinking and I got rather inebriated last night.
Okay.
And then you know how my main sensor when it comes to the spooky stuff when I'm sleeping is I cannot sleep properly, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday there were periods in time where I was like, oh, I'm very uncomfortable, like I cannot sleep properly. But I don't know if it was because my head was spinning or if it was because there was something.
Or your roommate snoring?
No roommate
No
this time.
roommate, sorry, okay.
Yeah, was somebody kacauing me.
Oh.
But truthfully, at that point in time, I was like, you know what? I am way too drunk to even care if there was a ghost right now.
What month is this?
Hey, please, bro. Can you please? I'm not drunk now. So yeah, overall good. It was a good night. It was a good
Wait,
time.
so you guys had Yisang? Do they still serve Yisang?
We did have Yisang, dude.
Huh?
Full on Yisang. I think this
Not
is like
expired already, ah?
this is the last Yisang of the year. Yisang got freeze dried. The same Yisang I ate this year, next year's one.
No more salmon, they put ikan bilis. Worst part.
But yeah, it was a good time. So what about you guys? What's been happening to you?
Zach, anything?
I think work, same old shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an interesting life you have.
Very interesting, guys. Always devote yourself to work.
And yet you still have content coming out every day.
Yes, because that's work also.
Oh.
Everything is work. This is also work.
So you are like a workaholic.
Yeah, actually I am lah. I feel. Outside of work.
But we love what we do, right? Hence we are actually not doing work. We are actually doing what we love.
When you love what you do, you don't have to work for the rest of your life, guys. Yeah. So
Correct.
we love our work.
Okay. So now we're talking about a little bit about the work. We're talking about the content. So what is it about the content that you make that you love about it? I mean, like what aspect of it satisfies you?
I think everything. Coming up with the idea, shooting it, executing it, editing it, posting it, seeing people engage with it, and then thinking about your next one. Right?
Correct. And all those that you mentioned happens everything in one day.
Everything all at once, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because once you've posted something, that content is already expired.
It's time to move on.
You have to move on because tomorrow is another day that you have to post another content.
And you get that itch, right? Like if you think of something, you're like, I need to do it already.
Yes.
I need to do it now,
Yes.
you know. Even
Yeah.
though it's not time sensitive, you feel like I just want to do it quickly, right, and get it out.
Correct.
You know, so then so that is I think that's the thing that drives us as content creators, right?
Very good. I mean, I was just thinking like, yeah, I want to play Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy.
Which we should lah. we should do that. Correct.
But very, very cool stuff. So like, obviously with the content stuff, there are stuff that you like to make. And I'm sure online you see stuff that maybe you don't fancy. And how do you sometimes reconcile, like, do you ever worry that you're going to start making things you don't like? Or how's that going to work?
I think definitely as a creator, when we see content from other creators,
Right.
there are things that we don't agree with. Because maybe the style that they use, is not the style that we like to do or consume at all. But yeah, I mean, to me, there are a few categories of content that I really don't agree with.
You say like you don't agree. You think you find it stupid, eh?
Don't agree is a very nice
I
way.
like how Jason is so diplomatic. Like you think it's stupid, eh?
It sucks, right?
No.
I just want to say the content sucks.
Words from my mouth, content that I don't agree with.
Okay. What kind of content don't you agree
Example.
Example lah.
Yes.
with? Because there is a difference between content you generally don't like and don't want to make versus content that you know you won't make but you also can appreciate.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
I would say on top of my head now, I don't. What did I say just now? I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I
So
see.
what-
You don't even remember your party line,
that's how
bro.
forgettable it is, right? The content.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
On top of my head now, one type of content that I don't agree with is the kind of content that people just do a selfie video of themselves and then making an expression and then putting some text on top, trying to be relatable and just call it a day by posting like a 3 to 4 seconds kind of reel.
What kind of expression?
Like, okay, example like you're just sitting on a couch and then you just do a video of yourself rolling eyes, right?
Right.
And then on top there you just write there, oh, you are enjoying your meal, but then the auntie beside your table is making a lot of noise.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay,
That's like 3 seconds.
Okay.
You know, so that's those kind of things I feel.
And you can use that same clip for hundreds and thousands of videos, right?
Exactly.
Because you just change the text.
That
right?
one
Okay.
clip you reuse.
Yeah, I've seen creators like that a lot.
Yeah. So what do you think of those content?
Yeah. Jeremy?
Wow, I pointed at you.
No, you always have to go first.
Oh, okay. I think that it's not my thing also lah, to be honest. But thankfully it's generally very fast. So I can just like read the clip and then I'm done because read fire very fast. But it's not the kind of content that I'm generally into. And I think I try to make sure the algorithm doesn't feed me this as much as
You
possible.
don't like the post
I
lah.
won't like, I won't engage, I won't correct.
Go away.
Not interested, not interested.
But sometimes there are some really stupid funny ones as well though that like you can't help but like, oh, this is quite clever, right? But overall, not my cup of tea. Yeah.
So when you said you disagree with this kind of
Yes.
content, right? What exactly do you partly disagree? Is it the creative, the how it's not creative, or how it's not relevant, or how it's or the talent? What is it exactly, or everything put together? Is there anything specific? That
First
you
of
don't
all,
like?
I don't agree because they are getting a lot of engagement out of this.
Okay.
Although the content idea or even the sound that they use
Okay.
are not by them.
All right.
You know, so
Okay.
it's basically like a short clip of Taylor Swift saying "I do," you know,
Yep.
and then they just use that clip of Taylor Swift saying "I do," and then you just do an expression of your own face or looking very sweet, and then you just put a text there. Oh, if only my boyfriend, you know, would ask me a question, and this is my answer.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I get where you're coming from.
and the sound is not theirs. So originally they are not the creator of this sound,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And maybe the idea is also not from them because they have probably seen it on TikTok, and then they just redo it with their own face,
Okay.
and
So-
then
so-
they just share it on Instagram.
Okay.
For
So what you're
example.
saying is the fact that it's everything is just a copy, like just a complete copy, and just that this time it's them doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Like for example, now if I see this person doing this, I do reel. I can also do it. I can also do the same thing. I can use the sound, copy the same text, and do my own expression like "aww," and then I post,
Understand.
right? And then so what is the skill of this? The skill of copying,
Okay.
plagiarism,
So I-
or what?
So I think I'll jump in here, okay, and put in my work hat, advertising work hat, right? So if I were to phrase it correctly, you look at two things. One, you look at it from a point of originality, how original. Number two, you look at a point of skill.
Yep.
So you talk about originality first. How original is this content? Okay, today, right, everything is a copy of a copy of a copy. There's no original content anymore. Every piece of content is inspired by something, whether you know it consciously or subconsciously, right?
Yeah.
So you should, let's say for example, a tech video, right? Certain things might be inspired by this, but you don't even know, you don't even recall, right? But it's fine, right? So in terms of originality, how original is this guy's video? Like you said, good point. If it's just the same thing that someone else did, he just filmed his own video, put the same text and all that, I would say on a scale of how original it is, it's not, not
not
even
even
past
on the
five.
scale,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not even original, right?
Yeah.
So that itself is something that you can use to determine whether this kind of content it works, you know.
Right.
If that person puts in something that you know it's that person. So let's say Smashpop, you know only Smashpop can do this kind of thing, or that's Smashpop, and he puts that into the format or template that he copies or he inspired by, right? Then you're on the scale now, lah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then I don't mind because now I can see that you add your
There's some
own
originality
flavor
in it.
to
Correct.
something that you
Correct.
get inspired from.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. And it's unique to you.
Correct.
Means I can't do it because it's not me, right? If I do
Exactly.
it, it just be like.
So also that comes back to the topic that I mentioned, lor. It's unique to you because you have the skill to do something.
Yep.
Like for example, if you have the skill to do this transition, this mad transition
Yep.
that I don't know how to do,
Correct.
isn't that a skill that I respect?
Correct.
Right? If you're doing something that everyone can do, which is copying the idea, using the same sound, writing the same text, just recording your own face because you don't want to use other people's face,
Correct.
is that a skill that only you can do, which is unique to you? It is not.
Which leads to the second point I'm about to make.
Yeah.
So one is about originality,
Yeah.
two is about skill. Right? So if his skill is easily, you can easily replicate that skill. Anyone can do it and it's not unique to you and you did not create that format or template, then sorry, you're just a carbon copy of a carbon copy.
Correct.
But if you own that and you started that unique transition and stuff like that, and that inspired other content creators to do so, then I can say, okay, even if it's 3 seconds, even if it's text, it doesn't matter. That's something that you created.
Correct. And those are the content that I will respect and I will love, I will like, I will share. Right? But the thing is, when it comes to consuming content, right? A lot of people love this kind of content. And they the moment they see that, oh, the statement up there relates to my experience, I instantly share to all my friends. Right?
Alright.
Like if you are waiting for your boyfriend to propose to you, and then you see that reel that uses the Taylor Swift clip that says "I do," and then you're like, "Oh my god, I can relate to this, and I want to share to my friends to tell people that, oh my god, I'm also waiting for my boyfriend to say to propose to me." But why do you have to share to people when this kind of content keeps flooding your feed and they are unlimited? You know. So many people are doing all these relatable 3 seconds reels to make you share, and at the same time you continuously share blindly, knowing that these are content that requires no skill and no talent. You know, so now my question is, why do people blindly share this kind of skillless content?
I think people will like what they like, and I think there is no accounting for taste, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure if you were to put it to the scene of like reality TV or whatever, Kim Kardashian, like what really is the skill or whatever, but she is truly an icon as she is now, right? And then when you look back in retrospect, the skill is in the management and the building of a brand and all that kind of stuff. So I think that yes, on one level, as people, man, this one is where it comes to personal taste already. Like maybe for you and me, we share similar tastes, and we really it's really not our thing. But maybe we are a little bit on the minority, we're like the mainstream just likes this vibe and they relate to it. And I think relatability or being relatable, that is a skill, finding things to talk about. But I think we can't feel like just because you like stuff like that, you have no taste. I think that's a very dangerous path to go down. I think we need to
Taste is subjective.
Taste is very subjective. You know what I mean? Like it's like comedy, it's like music, it's like types of food, Singaporean chicken rice, Malaysian chicken, just whichever one you grew up eating is the one you like better, right? So I think the struggle for us sometimes is in understanding maybe like why, what about it is popular? Why do people want to consume more of this mindless, brainless content? The tricky thing is when the Beatles came out in the beginning, you know, the people who are parents of the older the kids, they were like when the Beatles say like, what is this nonsense? And then when Elvis came out, it was the same thing. When like Madonna came out, it's like, what is this sex on screen? You know what I mean? And then and then in every way, there will always be people who detract from the thing, and there will always be people who are really into it. But the way to handle it is to try and understand why people like it, and maybe we can like feel closer to other people. Like we understand each other better.
But your examples like Elvis and Bee Gees or whatever, right? They are not copying other people, you know. They are creating their own music. They are creating their own dance. They are creating their own music video. So people can like this kind of stuff because it's their original content and original production. You know, but what we are talking about now is people just using other people's ideas to create their own content.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think the issue really lies in the fact that this kind of content creators just take whatever that's out there, right, without putting in something that they of their own, you know, into that content and just doing it. Because whatever you just described, I can do it. You can do it.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Jeremy can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot a video, put a relatable text, use an audio, let it go. It will go viral because the masses love this kind of stuff. It's relevant. So you're right, it will go viral. Algorithm will pick it up, right? But then again, someone will come in and just take over your place and do it. You're easily replaceable.
Yeah.
You're so easily replaceable because there's no originality, there's no skill in whatever you're doing, right? So this fella or this group of people who want to do this can continue doing this. But there will come a point of time where they will feel like everyone is going to pick up on this and like, hey, I also can do it. So easy. Everyone will realize, why don't I do this? And I'm sure there's a lot of people doing this already.
Like, and I was thinking about it and it just occurred to me. You know what these actually are? This particular format. These are just memes. They're memes, right?
Right, just brought to life.
So they're
Correct.
memes brought to life.
Yes.
And the thing about
Now
memes,
you have a point.
right?
Yes.
And the thing about these memes is that it doesn't build depth of relationship or anything. You are just a meme creator, and the moment you stop making memes, I'll move on to the next meme creator. So I think the thing that we think about is like, for us, when we're thinking about content and the way we live our lives, maybe one thing like we want to hold on to something that has value, share things that has value, whether it's technical value or true sentimental,
entertainment.
emotional, entertainment,
Correct.
like that kind of stuff. But the meme is almost like the cotton candy of like internet content. Like we take, we go, we share.
Correct.
But who made it?
Take it.
Yeah. Whatever, forget, right? But you will still have people following these guys because, oh, I'm really into cotton candy right now, so I would just
I'm
every
really
day-
into memes.
Every day you supply me meme, I will follow.
Yeah.
But
And then I will laugh about it and then I share.
but I won't think about you when I'm not on the phone.
Correct.
I won't.
Right.
Yeah, you know. And I think
It's all about the meme.
so. It's like it's a video
You know?
meme, right?
So yeah lah, I mean, to me, how I judge is that if I feel like my content can be easily copied by someone else, then I know, oh, I need to work on it. Something is wrong. But if like this kind of content, if you can easily copy, then down the road there's going to be something wrong.
So coming from another perspective, as a fellow content creator, I also feel that I should maybe share a little bit of nasihat to anyone who is creating content. Advice.
Nasihat.
Right? Yeah. To maybe put in a little bit of effort to put in your own flair or put in a little bit of skill so that whatever you create is harder for people to copy. You know? So don't just copy and paste and
Correct.
copy and paste.
Correct.
But try to show people what you are good at. If you have any talent, if you have any skills, put in a little bit so people will feel like, wow, this content creator not just copy, he also add in a little bit of stuff. Now I like him for doing this, and I will share his content truly because I really feel this content is worth sharing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That
So
is-
to add on that as well, it's okay to be inspired by other people, to have your favorite content creators or whoever you look up to, right? And follow and save and stuff like that. But make sure you do what Jason said lah. Yeah.
There is an art to stealing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, not so off topic. Do you know who Deathstroke is?
Yes.
Do you know who Deadpool is?
Yes.
Who's more famous?
Deadpool.
Right? Deadpool is a copy of Deathstroke. Deathstroke is under DC, Deadpool is under Marvel.
Okay.
Marvel took what DC had with Deathstroke, did it to their Deadpool, and now Deadpool feel like an original character. Right? So that, if be a Deadpool, if you want to copy or get inspired by something else, your content has to be analogy lah, Deadpool lah, right?
Fair enough.
Yep.
Good stuff. That is a very good rice hat. Nasi hat.
Nasi hat.
Nasi
Oh.
hat.
No, nasi hat.
Nasi
Oh,
hat.
I just got
Yeah,
it.
right side lah.
Your
Oh my
rice hat.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's a meme right there.
Right side.
Hey, anyone want to copy can copy now, and then put a 3-second reel and use that line. You know, you will go viral again.
Oh man, it's so interesting. But like, I was thinking about it as well. Like all the content creators, like I think the algorithm is very interesting. I think with the algorithm-y stuff, like we complain about the algorithm feeding us content, right? So I think it's so important to truly utilize the algorithm to our advantage because the algorithm will serve you things you want
Yep.
and things that you don't want. So like if you don't like stuff, just block them. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like speaking of blocks, have you guys ever been blocked by people before?
Oh, but if people block me, I wouldn't know. Then how? How to know if people block me?
Like maybe out of curiosity, suddenly you go and look them up, and then you realize, I cannot find your profile.
Account not
Oh,
found. Or something, right?
Actually, no, not really.
So you don't know. Do you think you've
Oh.
never been blocked, or do you?
Okay, I have a story.
Okay.
Just to add on to your story, quick one lah.
Yeah, go for it.
There was someone who muted my content,
Okay.
and he actually told me about it. He's like, hey, I actually muted your content just to let you know.
Like why?
Like your stories, I mute.
Why?
But not block lah.
Not block,
Just
not
mute.
block, just mute.
So don't see your content.
Correct.
Okay.
Then I'm like, oh, why? I'm very curious. I'm not angry, but I'm just curious.
Okay.
He said, oh, because you post a lot of stories, you're very noisy. So I cannot take it. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure. I will still continue to post.
Do you make him unfollow you then afterwards?
No, of course not lah. But I just leave it lah. But I mean, because I understand that maybe not everyone is like a content creator. Not everyone loves sharing their life.
Right.
Right. So maybe for him, he's like, oh, I'm a person who don't like to share everything about my life. So maybe 1 or 2 stories a day or in few days is good enough.
Right.
You know, not like Jason who loves to share every hour, you know,
Correct.
what he's eating, where he is now, what friends he's meeting with, you know, those kind of things. So I understand and I respect. So I'm like, okay, thank you for sharing. Also, thank you for letting me know, you know, for
How did
like,
it make you feel though? Do you feel like terasa a bit? Or
I
not?
terasa a bit, of course. I was a little bit taken aback, and then the following few days, every day I'm just asking myself before I post a story, am I noisy? If I post this, am I noisy? You know, should I really share this Instagram story?
Right.
But after a while, after a few days later, I'm like, you know what? Whatever lah. I live my life. You don't want, you can mute.
Correct.
That's
You know?
fair. I think that's fair. I think that's absolutely right.
Correct.
So the reason I bring up the blocking thing is it just occurred to me that I've been blocked like before, and the way I found out was pretty amazing, right? So I was had an interaction with this other person,
Yeah.
and then this other person out of the blue texts me, and he says like, it's actually a bit of a message, a bit of an essay saying like, hey, you know, I don't know what happened, I don't know what I did to you or whether I offended you or whatever, but like, you know, I'm very surprised that you blocked me, and you know, and then she goes on, and I hope you come to terms with whatever you're going through. I want you to know that I just didn't have anything against you, etc., etc., etc. And I get this message, and I'm going like, wait a minute, did I accidentally block somebody?
Yeah. So you went and checked.
So then I went to check.
Yeah.
I went to look at this guy's profile, and I realized that I can't find his profile. Then I'm like, wait, did I really block him? So then I opened and it's very surprising because I don't block people.
Yeah.
So it's very surprising that I went into my block list. You have a block list, right?
Yes.
And my block list is empty.
Yeah.
So I didn't block anybody. So then what happened was I replied. I said, bro, I didn't block anybody. Here's my block list is empty.
Yeah.
Then in my head, I just go like, did you block me but forgot you blocked me? And then you come and message me about the fact
Because
that I
then you can't find my profile.
And I'm like, what? So, but obviously trying to be diplomatic about it, I told the guy like, you know what? Maybe Instagram's got a glitch, right? Then I think there was just a little bit of a reply of like an okay or whatever afterwards. There was no acknowledgement of anything. Very like, just forget about it. And then his profile starts getting recommended to me again. Like I finally
Like,
start
you get to
seeing.
see
So he
his
unblocked-
content.
he
So
unblocked
he
you.
unblocked me after we had that conversation.
Oh.
And I was just like, okay, fine. You want to block? Fine. But then don't block and then make me think
Blame you, padahal you yang block.
And you forgot you blocked me. Like, what did I do to you? Now I want to know.
Exactly.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
I mean, I'm not gonna mention names.
Tell him. He's damn lame.
He's damn lame, this
You
guy.
block people, and then after that, you think the fella blocked you, and then you confront that person.
Yeah.
Only for that person to tell you, bro, I didn't block you.
Yeah, man. So
That's super embarrassing.
Name
for
and
this guy.
shame, man.
I can't.
First letter.
No. Let's not do that. But the fact is, I just saw so the moral of the story is, you must have a very extensive block list. Because like, you know what, your block list
Hey, you
is so
forgot,
long you don't know who's on it.
Yeah. You must be blocking people every day.
Yeah. Block. Probably you're not the only person he texted. He probably broadcast that message to 10 people. Everyone he bro.
Why you block me?
Or maybe he just doesn't like my content. Like he doesn't want the algorithm to serve him my content.
Because your content is a copy of your content.
Actually, you should also ask the follower like, why you block me?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Do you confront him back?
No, I didn't. But I didn't want to have that confrontation.
Just that suddenly you see his profile again lah.
Yeah, because I knew perfectly well he blocked me because that's the only explanation. But I said like, maybe Instagram had a bit of a glitch.
You want him to nicely leave the stage.
Yeah,
Not like kick him out of the stage.
Because
like
I don't want to get into it with you lah. I'm
Yeah.
not interested in the confrontation
First
anymore.
of all, you don't matter.
Yeah, just
Correct.
like let's forget about it, just leave it be lah.
But when he unblocked you, automatically you guys followed each other already? How does it work?
I mean, I'm
because you never unfollow him,
Also, you
so
still follow.
automatically you will follow him again.
Is it?
Right?
When he
I
unblocks you?
don't remember.
Because blocking does not mean unfollowing. You know, so if I block you
And then you unblock?
and then I unblock you, you will still follow me unless I unfollow you or make you unfollow me.
Right,
Okay, that makes sense.
right,
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. Well, there we go, man. That's my story of being a part of the algorithm and
Okay,
stuff.
then Zach,
No,
do
because
you?
I blocked people before.
Ah.
Yeah, I blocked
Who you blocked?
this one girl,
Ah.
right? Because I didn't want her to see my content.
Right.
After I unblocked her and then we talked about it, we are no longer following each other. I had to follow her again.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Ah.
maybe I don't remember. I think
Ah.
after
So
that
that means
fact, to be fair,
He probably followed you and
I'm
then
following him now. Yeah. Then it's just like, okay,
yeah.
let's try and make peace. Let's not have conflict in the
Right,
universe.
right.
Let's be
Okay.
zen about it.
so speaking of people like this, right, Zach, do you have anyone you know in your life that has this kind of really annoying characters?
if they're like this, they're not in my life.
Wow.
Right?
Some manly man wisdom right there.
Why would they be in my life?
That's
They would
true,
probably
that's
be in my
true.
life that I was just like
That's true.
what Jeremy say lah, you know. Yeah.
So you
It's
don't
like
have
a guy-
anything to share lah? Like,
I mean, in my life, people
Yeah.
like this, no lah. But if you want people who are, it's not in my circle or that, then yes lah, I can.
Okay.
I can
you
share.
can think about it first lah, because I just remembered someone
Ah.
that I've encountered before in my life that I also want to share about his character.
Okay.
So while I'm sharing, you think of one.
Okay,
lah,
can.
Okay. So basically, right, there's this guy that I know.
Okay.
He openly praise himself
Oh, meaning
in black and white.
like, hey, look at me, I did this.
Like,
Is
okay, example lah. I don't want to
Ah.
be too specific, or else
You
will
can,
know
you
what
can,
I'm
you
talking
can.
about. So,
Share profile faster.
Yeah.
Example:
Hmm.
one person come into this group of people gathering, right? And then this person will introduce himself to the whole gathering, right?
Right.
This person will say, "Hi, I am the #1 chef in town."
Is that how he introduces himself? Like not his name also.
He's a chef.
Not chef lah. I'm
Oh.
just giving you an example. You know,
Hi, my name is John. I'm the #1 dog walker in KL. Like that.
correct.
Top
Yeah.
radio announcer.
Like, hi, I'm the #1 radio announcer in town.
So he says #1.
Yeah. Or not #1 lah. It's more like
Top.
I'm the top.
Top.
I'm the
the
top
best.
10 lah. Top 10
Phew.
Michelin guide restaurant.
Crazy, man.
You know? So
I would ask
what
for his
I
autograph.
don't like is when people never ask you anything like that, you don't have to tell people those things. You know, people can discover it by themselves. If you are really the top, or maybe among the top 10, you know, you don't have to go to everyone and say, hey, I'm in the top 10, yeah. Hey, I'm in the top 10, yeah. Hey, I'm in the top 10, yeah. I'm actually very famous one, yeah.
Probably this person, when he was young, he hit his head on the floor, and then kena some kind of condition, and then now he just becomes
Yeah.
stupid lah.
So if you do meet people like that, how would you react? Like, would you still want to friend with them, or instantly you feel like, oh, disgusting human?
But I'm #1. How? Spider-Man.
Yeah. So that's also another trait of someone that I really cannot tahan.
I think like when people are like that, it's very obvious that they obviously have some kind of insecurity, right? And I think
Correct.
I think on one level, I always like obviously I also will have the similar like, why you like that one? Like, chill lah, bro. Like nobody
Yeah.
really cares.
Yeah.
In a
Nobody
100
really cares.
in 100 years, we're all gonna be dust in the universe anyways. Right?
Exactly,
Like, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I think that when you are this level of insecure, as friends, it's a little bit hard to maintain a relationship. Why? So generally, I will avoid hanging out with people
Yeah,
like this
yeah,
too much?
yeah.
Because I think like because whatever they are going through will kind of affect how you handle it and make life a little harder for you, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta like ride with people who share your vibe.
Do you still hang out with this person?
Of course not.
Exactly.
I
Right? So
unfollowed.
that's a filter already. You
Yeah,
to-
removing them from
Yeah.
my life.
Did
Just
you
like how
did you
do it.
did you block him?
I should have just blocked him and then unfollow, right?
And then text him and say, why you block me?
Oh my god. Hey, are we talking about the same guy? Different, right?
I don't think so lah. It's not the same lah, right?
Better
Yeah,
not
small
name
world
names.
lah. Right, this one's a
Yeah.
chef, this one's a don't know what.
Dog walker.
Dog walker. Right.
So you have anyone?
Okay, that kind of story I have,
Uh.
but those people who put them on their Instagram profile. Like Instagram profile description, they put their top 100 influencer in Malaysia. And I look at it, I'm like, who are you? Who made this list? What top 100?
Yeah. Oh, so it's the same category, right?
Same, but this one put in the profile, bro.
It's
Black
like
and white.
I never asked you.
Ah.
So the question is though, okay, so then what is appropriate to put on the profile? Is like
Don't put
Miss
those.
Beauty, a lot of beauty pageant winner, Miss Universe, Miss whatever. Is that okay?
Okay, so if you are a Miss Pageant 2007, you can put there Miss Pageant 2007.
But so many years ago.
No,
It's not
but
relevant.
as long as you put there 2007, then I know, okay, you used to be good looking
Okay.
back then.
Used to be good
Used to be. Yeah, if you want to humiliate,
Ah.
can.
Like just put the date so I know,
Can.
okay, at this period of time you were
Correct.
this.
Right.
You don't just put there like Miss Pageant. What? Are you forever Miss Pageant?
Okay, fair enough.
You know, like the top Miss Pageant in the competition.
Her own
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What are you talking
competition
about?
Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
And also like if you put there like what was the one?
Top 100 influencer in Malaysia.
If you put there like top 100 influencer in Malaysia, who did this analytic? When was this? How many influencers were put in the pool for this research to find that you are one of the top 100? Tell me.
Yeah, like what are the
It's
metrics?
not like you're like I have a friend who made it to the Forbes. So you put
Right.
Forbes 30.
Yeah.
Fine. Right? That
Yeah.
one's fine. You can go online check, right? This one top 100 influencer. Where did this list come from?
Who are the other 99?
Who nominated you? Yeah.
Am I in the top 100 list?
You know, so do you have friends like that? Who have like these kind of descriptions?
I mean, I
You unfollow already lah.
I can't recall to be honest because
Yeah.
I don't bother reading. I just look at pictures. If
Jeremy.
like why read when you can see the pictures?
So for example, if you go to see like a female, like a girl, random girl profile, and then on top there the bio says, sexiest woman in Malaysia.
That's for me to judge, right?
Like, yeah. Who voted you,
Yeah,
right?
who voted you?
Yeah.
This one from which research?
Yeah.
Nielsen or what?
Nielsen.
Kanta.
How many women from Malaysia were in this research to make sure that no one is left out of this research, you know, to make sure that you are the sexiest woman.
No man, everyone's sexy in their own way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're beautiful just the way you are.
I catch a grenade for you.
Versace on the floor.
Yeah. Uptown funk, man.
Uptown girls.
Yeah. My love. Okay,
So
karaoke.
I guess but these are all like little things that I don't know about you, but when I see things like this, it's almost like a signal to like, oh, this person, maybe we just like
Insecure.
be a bit
Again,
careful,
goes back-
right?
yeah,
It goes
yeah,
back to
yeah.
that, and it's so interesting that they're signaling you these things
Yeah.
without realizing it, which also obviously comes back to like, what am I signaling to the world that maybe I don't realize, and that's this like little introspection that happens.
But if you think about it, right, all these little traits that we discovered throughout our lives, right, it all leads to one problem, which is insecurity.
Yeah
Because
lah,
you
it starts
are
from there.
seeking recognition
Stems
from
from there.
people, and you are afraid that people will judge you. Hence, before people judge you, you tell people how great you are first.
Correct.
You know,
like set the tone, set the bar.
set the tone. Yes.
All right, so okay, that's very interesting. So I mean, at all times, all of us at various points in our lives have felt insecure, and we're still probably insecure about certain things right now. And I would like to believe that as time goes by, we become more secure about aspects of ourselves, right?
Yep.
But like, what are the things that you tell or remind yourself to get past that insecurity hump? I'm sure there are like philosophies or ideas. I mean, what? You know?
If it's like physical, like for example, I look in the mirror and then I have a big belly, you know. Then I will tell myself, don't worry, got other people got bigger bellies.
Perspective lah.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I have not enough money to buy a Lamborghini, you know.
But got
Yeah.
people poorer than you.
Got people poorer than you know, can't even afford another car.
Grateful lah.
Yes.
Grateful for where you are lah.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Right.
Same.
I think like gratitude is a
Yeah.
great way of
Correct.
of handling it.
Correct.
I'm personally in the it really doesn't matter school. Like I mean I always believe like actually whatever we do for as much as it is
Doesn't
like
matter.
I say like I said earlier like in 100 years 150 years like who even remembers your grandfather's grandfather?
Exactly. Like what they did
Yeah.
before,
Right,
right?
like-
Who even is your grandfather's grandfather?
Correct.
Right? So it really doesn't matter. Just go out there and as long as you are having a good time right now, then
Yeah.
then that's all that matters,
Like
man.
I see all these people going to Singapore to see Taylor Swift. I'm like, it's okay, you are not there, but you still get to see through their IG stories. Be grateful you have a phone to see IG stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So it's okay, Taylor Swift, if you don't come to Malaysia, I will still see you on my phone one. Don't worry, I will still play your songs.
Right? Taylor Swift, who is like completely like dominating our region. Like how Singapore locked her down is quite
Yeah.
amazing, right?
8 days.
That's crazy.
Like for a country to be able to have this amount of budget to pay an artist to only perform in your country, wow, that's very rich, huh?
But also very clever because it's not something that countries are incapable of doing. But for Singapore to do this to the biggest artist of our time really makes you feel like, oh, this is such a Singaporean thing to do. Like, out of all the countries in the world, if there was a country that would sneakily lock down like Taylor Swift, it would be Singapore.
Why you put Snake and Taylor Swift in the same sentence? Are you trying to imply something?
I know. Are we what are we bringing back the Kanye Kim Kardashian feud? Like is that what's happening? No. Yeah, man.
So, do you guys like Taylor Swift to begin with? Because, wait, Begin With is not a Taylor Swift song, right? Begin Again.
Begin again.
Begin Again.
So it seems like we're fans.
Oh, we are
We
Swifties.
just kantoi already.
So, why are we here in KL and not in Singapore watching Taylor
Correct.
Swift? Huh? Why?
Because the
Let
exchange
other people
rate.
enjoy it lah.
Got 8 days, a lot of people can enjoy, the stadium very big.
Because the exchange
Exchange
rate
rate.
is terrible.
What's the exchange rate now? 8.5, right?
No, 10.2.
Oh, 10.2.
10.2.
14.6.
Oh,
You just keep
oh it
going
keeps
up
changing
and
every
up.
second.
Every
right?
second, it's like Bitcoin.
Now, with the Singapore economy so high,
Yeah.
it's going to be 50.5 soon.
That's the way, man. It's crazy. Crazy. I don't know, man.
But I heard from people who have gone to the Taylor Swift concert, they were like, wow, this Taylor Swift really put a lot of effort in putting on a very good show for everyone every night.
Stamina.
And yeah, because from my stories also, I'm like, wow, this girl, although she is so rich, she still put a lot of heart in singing and
Correct.
dancing and,
Correct.
moving
You
around.
can tell her passion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's running something like a 3-hour concert, right? Right? So, like that's amazing. It's like costume changes, dancing for 3 hours.
And singing, moving
We
around,
can't do this podcast for
interacting.
3
Can
hours.
you imagine
Yeah.
you do it like every night, 3 hours,
That's mad.
singing the same 50 songs?
That's
Yeah.
mad.
Wow. How do you even remember the lyrics for 50 songs?
I mean, to be fair, she wrote all the songs.
Yeah.
lah.
I mean,
That one because it's her
Like,
job.
if you don't remember your own songs, we have
Might
a
as well
problem
do 3
here,
seconds.
no,
Yeah.
but then again, do you even remember your own Instagram captions?
It's
different. You don't stick your captions every day.
And also, I
Yeah.
don't spend like months working on one caption with the producer repeating and
Oh, that's
singing.
true.
You know what I
Recording,
mean? Yeah.
recording. Yeah, correct.
Because to
correct.
even produce and publish one song, you would have recorded and sang
Man.
it like 1,000
all the
times.
demos, all
Correct.
the
Absolutely right.
Okay, lor.
And
So
she's
basically,
involved-
there's no effort in memorizing lyrics lah for your own songs.
I mean, there is
There's effort lah.
but
It's just that it comes together.
it's
That it's
automatic
not
lor.
something that you have to do.
It's
you
like
know?
how we can
Yeah.
sing like "As long as you love me"
Basically.
without even remembering anything.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
But I think what's really interesting is I think with the Taylor Swift stamina for the shows that I heard, like what she would do is she would run on the treadmill and she would sing. So she would run on the treadmill and sing her set every song because that is the
What?
level of stamina she because basically it is basically that you're singing and dancing and all that, right?
Wow.
So that's what she was doing. So like there's a 3-hour concert, she was running on a treadmill for 3 hours and she was singing for 3 hours. If I heard this
No,
story
everyone's
right.
going to go to the gym in Singapore. fine with Taylor Swift.
She's already trained. She's okay. But also, I hope this story is right. I might just have. I don't have my fantasize.
But if
this.
it's real, then it is.
Bro, when did you? I was about to ask
I'm
you
gonna
that.
be like, so you're fantasizing Taylor Swift
Running on the treadmill singing.
lah.
while singing.
never,
Singing.
Never, never.
Yeah.
We're
That,
back together.
for future girlfriends out there, that will be my thing.
Make sure you can run 3 hours on treadmill first while singing
That's the
Taylor
way.
Swift songs.
Yeah. Nothing better than coming home after a long day at work and your girlfriend is running on a treadmill singing Taylor Swift in full costume.
Big bands to
Yeah.
fill.
But also like the dancer speaks what local language every
Singaporean
night.
slang every night.
Singaporean slang every night.
Yeah.
He did like, what do you say?
I think the first one he said no lah.
No lah.
She passed the mic to the dancer and then the
Yeah.
dancer said no lah.
So he was doing a
Oh.
bridge of a song, the We Are Never Getting Back Together. That song, during that bridge, he would come in and then he would say a Singaporean slang for a while. He even said "walawe" or like,
alamak.
alamak,
Yeah.
"Opiang." He said all that kind of
Yeah.
slang. Yeah.
And then comes another question lor.
What?
Alamak is Malaysian slang or Singaporean
It's
slang?
obviously Malaysian.
Alamak is
It's
Malay.
Malaysian.
Alamak is Malay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically a Malaysian thing.
So it's a
not
tribute to
Singaporean
Malaysia,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor Swift. I know you can't come to Malaysia, but you did that. You said, I saw what you did.
So,
Yeah.
So we know one, right? Because of your contract, you couldn't come to Malaysia,
But you
still
give Malaysian
sneak
a
in.
little bit of a can
Even
be.
the la, right? No la.
Yeah, no lah.
No lah.
I mean, Singapore back then it was part of Malaysia, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
correct. And then no more.
Yeah.
But that was our fault apparently.
Yeah, you see now Singapore like so amazing,
Yeah.
you know, so modern, so high tech, so rich. You see, okay. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get there.
yeah. Taylor Swift, I love Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift the best.
Thanks for doing all the Malaysian slangs.
Yes.
Correct.
Ooh, that would get us
That's
in
amazing.
so much trouble with the Singaporeans online. That's not Malaysian.
Okay, we give you wapiang that one you take.
That one you take. The
Wapiang
rest
is
of it is
Singaporean.
Malaysian.
you take.
Yeah.
Wapiang.
Maybe
Sure, you
they
keep-
also got use this sia. You know, like no sia, yeah sia,
No, they said la.
la.
Sorry la. The wapiang, it's they can take.
that one you can keep. It's okay.
Yeah,
We don't.
So
need
7
it.
nights in Malaysia, 1 night in Singapore, basically.
Right.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
I mean,
We
thank
better
you,
not
Taylor.
say any more things because later everyone will just attack us on our
Correct,
Instagram
correct.
lah, whatever.
Correct.
But if you want to like share your disgruntledness, just feel free to drop us a comment and a follow.
And also, if you have any friends who have bad traits or characters, like what we mentioned just now, like insecurity, you know, going everywhere, telling people that they are the best, whatever, also let us know in comments, okay? Speaking like we
Name and shame.
we closing the show like that. Are we closing the show?
Are we?
Are we?
What?
No, we're not. We just started, right?
Huh?
How many? We have
45 minutes already, bro.
in. Wow.
Should we end it now?
Let's do it.
Jason is so panicked. Should we end the podcast now? It's 45 minutes.
That's 45 minutes of video to edit, you know.
Yeah. Okay. lah.
Jeremy, a lot of work for you. Okay, finish lah. Okay, if you love what we talked about, if you love us, don't forget to also follow us on our Instagram, which is Smashpop,
Yeah, I wanted to say yeah. Zachario.
Jer says.
or the Instagram for our podcast, which is Yeah Podcast,
On TikTok, Instagram.
which is
Yeah, podcast. You just said the handle, bro.
no, TikTok ma. You say TikTok, I say Instagram ma.
But it's all,
It's all the same, right?
it's all yeah.
It's all yeah
It's
podcast,
a
right?
test.
Oh, it's not for me, bro. It's for Jeremy. Bro.
I'm keeping quiet in the corner.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
please?
yeah.
Okay,
Oh, we
Jeremy.
forgot to go live.
Oh no.
Never mind,
Next
we'll do
one,
that next
next
week. Okay, anyway, that's a behind the scenes. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave us a like, share, subscribe, and
You really want to end it, huh?
we wish you all the best.
Kau boleh baca, eh?